Hey, good morning to you. Mark again here, WeatherMan Plus. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Now I'm going to give you the tropical update for today, not only for Invest 95L, also for the PTC2 that is in the Caribbean that is still expected to be a tropical storm. I know a lot of you said that you heard about hurricane. Like I told you yesterday, it's just going to be maybe a high-end tropical storm. I'm also going to talk to you about this next heat dome that is coming into our country, guys, because we have a big heat index coming in, and it's coming soon. And now, since we have this invest close to home, I will start doing an afternoon video, just an update on the closest one, which will be 95L. So it'll be a little update in the afternoon every day now. So make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so you know my videos do come out. I've been here for a long time. I'm all year long. I also put timestamps in the description for all of you for today. So whichever part you're here to see, that way you can get there quicker and enjoy your day. God bless all of you. Thank you for visiting my channel today. Hope you have a great Wednesday. Now, as of this morning, Invest 95L is at 1,014 millibars. The winds has come down to 22 miles per hour, and it is moving west at 6 miles per hour. And this is expected to weaken. It's fighting a lot of shear coming from the west to the east, and it's keeping it weak the whole time. May become a tropical depression. That's about it. And anybody that follows names, tropical depressions don't get named, only the storms. But you can see right here in the Spaghetti-O models that this is a direction is going somewhere towards Victoria, but it is going to be east side loaded with most of the rainfall. And as you can see, the rainfall amounts has changed. It has shifted even tighter to the east because the system is going to be right here above the northern side of it, and all the rainfall is going to be on the east side loaded of the system as it goes all the way to the east coast to southeast. And so far, the modeling suggests that it does try and tighten up a few times before it comes on landfall. Just gets beat up by that shear and keeps it really weak. But there is going to be a lot of rainfall that's going to eventually ball up and go towards Houston so far. I'm still showing all that. Now, as of this morning, the storms on the Pacific side is going up to 70% in 48 hours, 70% in 5 days as it continues to move to the west. So I have a lot of these links in the description for you so you can go see all this information for yourself, as well as the updates as it goes throughout the day before I put an update up this afternoon. Now, this right here is all your activity going on in the tropics. And right here on PTC2, potential tropical cyclone 2, the conditions still remain for conducive development, and it will likely become a tropical storm near the southern Windward Islands or near the coast of northwestern Venezuela. So I do have more information for you on that. Plus right here, what's going on 95L in the Gulf of Mexico. The system is forecast to move slowly westward or west-southwest and approach the coast of Texas during the next day or two. Slow development of this low is possible, and it could become a short-lived tropical depression near the coast before it moves inland on Wednesday night or Thursday. Now, regardless of development, heavy rain will still be possible along the portions of the Texas coast later this week. Scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms are seen near and north of the system right now, near Lafayette, Louisiana. This system has a medium chance of a tropical cyclone formation during the next 48 hours. So regardless of whether it does any kind of formation, it does have rotation, it does have a lot of thunderstorms with it, and it will be still dropping a lot of rainfall. Now, to update on the tropical waves. First tropical wave is near the coast of Guinea from 18 north southward and moving west near 15 knots. And that puts the system right about here. We also have the eastern Atlantic tropical wave near 38 west from 17 north southward and moving west at 15 to 20 knots. And that puts the system right about here, moving right behind this next disturbance. Remember, these two are still going to form that next wave and possible system. And I'm showing that next one that's coming off the coast of Africa is going to form up somewheres around the Eastern Caribbean. I'll show you. Plus, we have another tropical wave, which is close to Barbados, near 59 west from 15 north southward into Guyana and moving west at 10 to 15 knots. And that is the disturbance too that we are looking at, and it has come out with the 8 o'clock update this morning. It is at 30% in 5 days, 10% in the next 48 hours. Now, the update is that the wave is forecast to move over the Windward Islands late Friday or early Saturday, and then over the eastern Caribbean Sea by the weekend, where further development is unlikely due to unfavorable environmental conditions. And we have the update on disturbance 1 in the Caribbean, 95L. It is at 40% chance in 48 hours, 40% chance in 5 days. Now, the disturbance has not become any better organized since yesterday. However, some slow development is still possible, and it could become a short-lived tropical depression near the coast before it moves inland tonight or early Thursday. And we still have the other Caribbean tropical wave near 78 west from Jamaica southward across eastern Panama into the eastern Pacific Ocean and moving west at 20 to 25 knots. And that puts that one right about here, right below Jamaica. Now, this is the same group of thunderstorms that was on the Leeward and Windward Islands over last weekend and brought them rainfall. It's going to continue and move into the west. And you can see all that right here. You have Invest 95L. You have the energy from Celia still moving to the west. You have that group of disorganized thunderstorms right below Jamaica, just moving through one of the waves. You also have your PTC2 right here, which is starting to go over a lot of landfall. That is really messing up with the system. That's why it's staying somewhat to the weekend, and then it's going towards Nicaragua after that. You also have still the other wave moving right here with some more energy moving behind it. Now, these two energies are still going to consolidate and form the next wave. And what's coming off the coast of Africa right now is hitting a lot of dust. And you can see that shot better right here. As the wave starts to come off the coast of Africa, it really dissipates with its precipitation, getting smothered by a lot of dust, as well as some more storms rumbling on through, going towards the western coast of Africa, becoming our next wave. But you can see how it just gets eaten down. It was a lot of precipitation, then it loses a lot of precipitation as it gets into the MDR. So it is very weak. Now, when you look at update from the global tropics, you can see that they are expecting a tropical cyclone, tropical depression, or greater strength in this red area from June 29th to July 5th, as well as a cyclone formation on the southern half of the Caribbean. So when you look at the latest update with the NASA satellite looking at the dust, you can see right here on Invest 95L that it is expected to get some kind of tightening going, especially by Wednesday afternoon. Then as it tightens up and moves more to the west, it starts to lose its center. And the last point where it has any kind of center is Thursday morning before it comes onshore and starts bringing all that rainfall moving to the east. You also see PTC2 right here as it moves across Venezuela, that it will continue to move to the west-southwest from the dust behind it, staying somewhat weak. Looks like a tropical storm, don't look like a hurricane. I'll show you the latest information. As well as those next two waves behind that start to form up around July 1st. And as it comes to the west, you can see it tries to get a center going on in multiple locations. It's very broad. This actually gets demolished and it gets continued pushing to the west from the dust, the next plume it has behind it, which is high pressure. Now, the piece that was going towards Florida and doing some kind of rotation, some kind of spinning up, it looks like it still can't make it. It gets elongated and pushed real hard with this dust and just spins around the Azores high, bringing more precipitation. Don't look like it actually gets together. Then the next wave behind that around July 7th starts to form up by the southeastern side of the Caribbean and starts making its way into the Caribbean. So far, no big threat, but it does have a big high pressure of dust behind it, pushing it, keeping it more to the west and possibly southwest as also just going this way. And you can see this shot from the whole basin. As you look at all the waves, you can see that wave does start to pop up. It tries to come up right here, but it gets suppressed by the dust. But as it makes it further down the road, it does find a pocket, start coming northern, and starts becoming the next wave that they will be talking about, guys. As well as this big plume of dust right behind it. So you can see what's coming off the coast of Africa is getting pretty shook up and pretty weak and elongated. So it will eventually make a wave. And this, since it's so far away, could push a little bit further before it starts forming. Now, those that want to stay updated on a PTC2 and what's going to happen in your area, I have this link in the description for you as well. This is Tropical Tidbits. It was made by Levi Cowan. He is a genius. He is a meteorologist. And he actually has been working at a new position at the Joint Typhoon Warning Center in Hawaii. So he's a very smart man. He created this website in his dorm room when he was in college. Now, lately, he hasn't been posting anything. I always support his channel on my channel. So please go subscribe to his channel. He is a genius. He is an actual meteorologist. And he made this website for everybody to use for free. So the links are in the description. Lately, he has COVID, so he's been kind of sick. God bless you, brother. I hope you get very well very soon. We do need you, and we do love you. So please support the guy. If you never heard of him, he is a great guy. But it shows you all the information, the Spaghetti-O model, strength, everything on his website, as well as the latest radar shot. But you can see right here for yourself that the tropical storm warnings are right here in all this blue. It has shifted a little bit more to the west. Even though it still don't have a center of circulation, it is tropical storm impacts. But you can also see, just like I said yesterday, that this is staying a tropical storm. This is not becoming a hurricane, maybe a high-end tropical storm. Now, I saw a few y'all ask in the comments, you didn't know who to believe because you're hearing all these stories out there. Believe me, a lot of people always puts a lot of hype. I try and put as less as possible and just keep it real. And yesterday when I showed you it was going to be a tropical storm, it's still showing true. A tropical storm. But so far, it will reach Central America by somewhere around noon to 2 p.m. on Friday. You can also check when you look for just a tropical depression. You can see as it goes across Central America, it stays very strong to 100%. So it will be a strong tropical depression. And as it moves through, you can see that next wave come through the Caribbean, does weaken down still as it goes towards Puerto Rico. And that has been the trend. Then after all that passes, you might have another chance for a small chance for a tropical depression to form somewhere by Venezuela. This is that next wave I was talking about that probably will form up later because it's so far away and it couldn't move this far. Now this is your model guidance. This was made by Levi Cow and it's on that website that I put down there for you. And you can see as it goes towards Central America that it's about 72 hours away before impact. So if you want to look at what kind of strength you're looking at, you want to look about 72 hours because 4 days from there is going to be in the Pacific again. And you can see chances for a tropical storm goes way down. Matter of fact, it don't start growing in chances until after it passes over Central America, getting up to 70 and 80% chance of at least a tropical storm. Now, the only difference is GFS and Euro is GFS always took it strengthening a little bit better for a chance for a tropical storm before landfall. Euro always showed after, and it always trended that it was going to be a quick strengthening at the last minute. So I believe it could be a quick strengthening before landfall, but weakened down greatly. Maybe a high-end tropical storm. But this percentage right here is only 60 to 70% of getting a tropical storm as it passes by you. You can also see right here on the latest intensity guidance that in 72 hours when it reaches towards you, it would be maybe a high-end tropical storm. That is it. The one that's showing a ship category 3, I saw somebody comment about that. Please don't take too much into that. Every year the ship shows the worst case scenario and it's always the outlier because the rest of them are showing this down here. So it would not be that Cat 1 that the ship is showing. So whoever's showing you you're going to have a hurricane for Central America, please take that with a grain of salt because just like yesterday, I am showing a tropical storm, maybe a high-end tropical storm where your winds would be around 50 to 55 knots, maybe get up to 60 and 65 miles per hour winds as it comes towards you. But a tropical storm means at least 39 miles per hour winds. So I do not see a hurricane for you. I know you've been told that. I'm sorry people push that. This is the truth. Matter of fact, when you look at the chances for the millibar pressure, the strength of this storm, you can see right here with the GFS that in 72 hours, literally by Saturday, the most common pressure is this black line. That's your controlled member. It might be a little bit above 1,000. That would still make it a tropical depression. As it weakens down over landfall, then maybe strengthen up closer to a high-end tropical depression as it goes towards the 6th and 7th and goes into the Pacific. Now the Euro shows a little something different. It still shows that it will be maybe a strong tropical depression by the time it reaches Friday and Saturday, goes over landfall, is not going to affect it too much, and it may get right on the edge of becoming a tropical storm after it passes by Central America. But none of this is screaming a hurricane. This purple line right here, don't believe that. That's the outlier. That's the only one that is saying the opposite of what the majority is saying. You can also see this on your winds. Now this is in knots, But you can see as a black line, you controlled. Remember that as you go towards Friday and Saturday, when it's going to be coming towards you in 3 days, that would be somewhere around 30 knot winds. Now that would be 40, maybe high 30 miles per hour wind gusts. That's why it's chances for a tropical storm, because 39 miles per hour winds is a tropical storm. But then you can see it weakens over landfall and tries to gain strength back afterwards. And the Euro is showing about the same thing. Right when you go to Thursday and Friday and Saturday, it's very weak, up to 30 knot winds. That's high 30 miles per hour wind gusts, maybe only 35, right below tropical storm conditions. And then maybe getting up towards a tropical storm as it passes by y'all for Sunday. That is it. No hurricane still. Now let's get into Invest 95L. And as you can see right here, you're starting to get a moisture divergence right in the southwest side of where this system is. But you can see it's still east side loaded, and that's where it's trying to get a center together right here in the west southwest region. You can see all the winds come from the north around to the south, but it's not quite going all the way from the west to the east, coming back up, getting a center. So it's very disorganized. It's getting very broad of a divergence of moisture, and it's trying to form. So once again, I do have this link for you for Invest 95L for all the information you need. According to Levi, he is a very smart guy. You can see the guidance, you can see the intensity, and you do get a radar yourself. But you can see right here on the radar that it is starting to pull the winds from the north to the south, and it is trying to get a formation. It is trying to get together pretty good. It is firing up on the north side, the northeast side, even the east side. It just can't get it from the south and the southwest too much because it's getting some shear on the south side of this system. And you can see that shot here. It's trying to grow together. It's trying to get a center of circulation right here. But the clouds down here on the south and the southwest side still having problems producing enough thunderstorms to keep it going to where it can go all the way around. So it's either going to get a center right here or it can get a center right here. So it is trying to find a center. It just don't know which one is going to be yet. It is trying to form up, guys. At the same time, you can see the model intensity according to Invest 95L that in 48 to 72 hours, the best it could be is a high-end tropical depression. The majority of them show that it could sustain a tropical depression, however weak because it's hitting a lot of shear, so it's having problems forming. So it looks like it's going to stay in that direction. You can also see on the latest update on high resolution rapid refresh that it does get a lot of circulation, but it starts bringing some precipitation towards southern Alabama, southern Mississippi by this afternoon. It's not going to be a lot, but it will hang around for a good bit all the way to late tonight where it shifts a little bit more towards Mississippi. But Texas, you're going to be getting a little bit of precipitation, not much. Most of your rainfall is going to come when this balls up and comes in a little better for tomorrow. And you can see this on the NAM 3K when you look at the next 2.5 days, that you continue getting a lot of rainfall even all through this afternoon for the south. And then for tomorrow, it comes back for the south, moving a little bit further north for the deep south. Then it comes on again for Friday as it starts making that east-northeast push. Also for Texas, this will start forming up. You're not going to be getting a whole bunch. It'll be along the coast, but it will start balling up by tomorrow afternoon and start bringing that heavy rainfall straight towards Houston so far. Now for today, you have chances for flash flooding still for Arizona right here. Marginal also in this green for Texas all the way across the southeast as well as southern Florida. For tomorrow, for Thursday, this is going to continue to grow for your monsoon season and start going even further to the north. And you still got it for Texas, Louisiana, southern Mississippi, southwest of Alabama, chances for flash flooding for Thursday. Even the west side of Florida. As you go through Friday, this is going to continue as the system moves through the central U.S. For the south, your flash flooding is still for Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, northern Florida, Georgia. It's going to start going towards the southeast, bringing a lot of rainfall with it. So I have this link in the description for you as well so you can stay updated on the rainfall amounts, because instead of reaching so high, it's taking that sharp turn. So the next 3 days, either way, with GFS or Euro, it's showing Houston getting at least an inch of rain. Some show it could be up to 3 inches. Then when you go to full path for the 5 days, the GFS don't take it a whole bunch more for everybody else, but it confirms anywhere from 2 to 3 inches for Houston. Euro takes it where it bottoms out around southeast Texas, southwest Louisiana, but still travels about an inch of rainfall towards the southeast. So make sure to use this link, click into your area so you can see with the Euro the next 5 days, the amount of rainfall. Also the GFS, taking a little bit further to the west and south. Not only is it a lot for Houston as well, but it's taking it more towards Victoria. But either way, the next 5 days, GFS and Euro confirms at least 2 inches of rainfall coming for Houston, a little bit eastern according to the Euro. But you can see how it spreads out all across the southeast as well, bringing y'all about a half an inch to an inch of rainfall. Euro and GFS does carry towards the coast. Plus the next big heat dome that we're about to come into, guys, give you an update on that. As you look at your 250 millibar height so you can see what's going on with the jet stream, you can see we started getting a little bowing out. We get a nice little high pressure, start bowing it out for early July, and it goes all the way up towards the upper Midwest. And this will keep bringing all these very hot temperatures and some big heat indexes. Then as you go towards the 7th through the 9th of July, all this is going to shift a little more to the west, and all your hot temperatures is going to be a little bit further to the west, all the way up towards the Dakotas and Montana. So I got you this link from National Weather Service so you can see exactly what's going on with the temperatures in your area with the heat index. It shows from the best temperatures what your heat index will be. So for example, for Saturday, it'll bring you to this page here, and it shows you the percentages of the heat index, what area you're in, and you see this pink is starting to rise up from southern Texas, and it will go higher as we go through the days. But if you just click anywhere on your area, and you can see right here for this area for Corpus Christi, now when it brings you to this page, it will show you what your chances are for your worst heat index, and it will show you your percentages of your chances of getting that hot heat index. So like for Saturday, you see here 104, but if you see the chances for 105 degrees Fahrenheit maximum heat index is about 45% chance almost all week. Gets a little bit higher as you get towards Wednesday. But the most probability is in the 90 percentile that you could be around 95 all week at that time. So far, the worst heat day will be Wednesday, July 6th. And as you look at the heat index map, you can see how the potential raises way up for high numbers of a good heat index. And if you click on one of these towns, you can get the information you need, just like I showed you before. And this right here is for Shreveport, Louisiana. And you see your heat index goes all the way from 97 to chances for 108. But if you look just for 100-degree temperatures, you'll see you have about a 30% chance for Saturday. It'll raise to 70, 80, and almost 90% chances for at least getting a 100-degree heat index. So that is the update. Remember, I will give you a quick tropical update on Invest 95L this afternoon. So make sure you hit the bell so you know when a video comes out, because even though you subscribe, if you don't hit the bell, a lot of times you won't get notified. That's just the way it works. But thank you so much for visiting my channel. God bless all of you today. And today I want to read Psalm 15. Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? He that walketh uprightly, and worketh righteousness, and speaketh the truth in his heart. He that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor. In whose eyes a vile person is contemned, but he honoreth them that fear the Lord. He that sweareth to his own hurt, and changeth not. He that putteth not out his money to usury, nor taketh reward against the innocent. He that doeth these things shall never be moved. Amen. God bless you all today. Thank you so much once again for visiting my channel today. Hope you have a very great Wednesday out there. And all power, all glory does go to Yahweh, God of Jacob, Our Father, forever and ever. Amen. Hallelujah. Have a beautiful Wednesday, everybody.